Hi, everyone. It's the Buffalo Medium. I am coming to you from the second floor in my house. I have been told by Spirit to record in the light. Usually I have a beautiful little nook in my basement that's kind of tucked in behind my laundry room. It's a little room that has all my stuff in it, and I feel very comfortable there and cozy. But today, when I was meditating and journaling and pulling a card, I was doing it from the comfort of my own room. And the power of the light, the power of being in the sunlight, the power of, especially in this spring transition, it just felt so right to be up here in the light. And I think symbolically, it's all coming together because I would like to take this opportunity, if you will, to come out of the broom closet. My name is Erin Bagwell, and I am a documentary filmmaker. I am a postpartum mental health advocate, speaker, and I'm a mom of two. I have been fearful of sharing my name and who I am and what I am for a lot of reasons. And I think the biggest one for me is that I really wanted to explore this side of myself without any expectation. And I wanted to allow the journey to unfold naturally and for me to be comfortable in the anonymity of the process. And what I've come to find is, as I am really unlearning and learning more about the world, I've been feeling called to just be honest and authentic. And as is my nature as an artist, I think it's so powerful to share the process of how things come to be. And lately I've been feeling like an integration needs to happen, that I need to be really clear about who I am and what I'm doing. And so I want to take you on a little bit of a journey of how we got here. Why in the world am I calling myself the Buffalo Medium? Let's get into it. So, it's interesting. I feel like there's so many places we could start. I think the traditional medium story is, since I was a kid, I've seen this and I've seen that. And I will say I feel like I've had a strong intuition since I was a child. And I definitely have felt nudges and guides throughout my life. And I've also at different times really been able to see the shadows and the figures of ghosts. Most of the time, it was flashes that came and went and kind of I forgot about. I also have felt a really strong pull towards a specific guide who I'm still learning about, but I have felt his presence with me my whole life. And I've seen him in my mind's eye a few times. But I think living in a Western culture, it's very easy to just dismiss what's happening in our lives and in our bones and in our mind's eyes, and to be able and to think, oh, I'm just imagining things. I'm just crazy. I'm just, being followed by an ancient warrior. And what does that mean? And I will say, going to Lilydale has really opened me up in a way where I've felt a lot of grounding. I no longer feel kind of this, it's almost like a will they, won't they situation of, oh no, they will. and being in Lilydale and bearing witness to so many incredible mediums and people who are just really stepping into their light has really inspired me to think about the world in a different way. And I feel like going on that trip and going on those trips has really changed me. And it's a really magical and beautiful place. And I like to look at my journey as kind of like a flower that's opening up. And I feel like being at Lilydale really gave me permission to open my petals a bit. And then I have written about my journey in Las Vegas, where I think, to be honest, when I was away from my children and away from kind of the day-to-day tasks that you do as a housekeeper and a caregiver, you know, and a person in the world who's in their routine, I was really able to kind of just open my mind up and be present and be quiet. And Vegas is an interesting place. I mean, there's a lot of, we got a lot of ghosts over there. There's a lot happening energetically. My goodness. It's a powder keg of energy and people and experience, and they're pumping oxygen through the, you know, casinos, and it's a wild place. So for whatever reason, you know, being there really gave me the space to kind of step in and lean in a little bit. But I'm talking like a baby toe. And it's interesting, my book club, who I reference all the time, my dear friends, who I chat with every day and who I see once a month, they're a great group of people from all over the United States. Well, they started calling me the Buffalo Medium when I would get hits and feelings about things. You know, I'm a person who's pretty aware of the signs that come in, or, you know, energetic feelings about things. And I have a little bit of a psychic ability that I'm fine tuning and figuring out. And so things would happen. And I think it was Krista Rosa who just started the nickname of the Buffalo Medium. And it was funny, when I was in Vegas, we were out all night and we had this really great night where we met all of these Bravo celebrities, and I was flying high on just the evening and dancing, and it was just awesome. And I pulled up my phone to get a cab, and I told the cab my hotel, but they took me to the wrong hotel. So then I had to get another cab, and I'm thinking, why did this driver not bring me? Like, there's not that many hotels in Vegas. Like, how did they mix it up? Anyway, I got in another cab, and I ended up text messaging Sal, and it feels good to say people's names. I'm texting Sal, and I ended up calling him, and because he was awake on the East Coast with the girls really early in the morning. And I was joking with him that because I was able to find all the Bravo celebrities, like I was really like on energetically. I would be like, okay, like that's that person. Like I was really leading the charge on finding everybody. And that the group was like, oh my God, the Buffalo Medium, she's got it tonight or whatever. And my cab driver pulled over and was like, I need a reading. And I was like, what? And then it kind of hit me like, oh, this is why I'm in this cab, because this woman needs a reading. But again, baby toe, I never done a reading before. I don't consider myself the Buffalo Medium. I think this is a fun nickname of my intuitive abilities. And I'm just kind of like going with the flow and going with the bit. And so this woman says, tells me about her business partner that's lost. And I'm very clear that like, I don't do readings, but I do read signs. And I do believe in signs, and I believe in a relationship with the dead past, what we can physically see on this plane and in this physical realm. And so I said, what are the things that he helped you with in life? Ask him for help, communicate with him, write to him, talk to him. So I gave her those kinds of tidbits, no kind of reading at all. And I really thought about that interaction, because I thought, she thinks I'm a medium. my book club is calling me the Buffalo medium. And I'm a real believer in listen to what the universe is telling you. And I thought, this is so interesting. Like, this is a part of my, a joy of mine, spirituality, pulling tarot cards, reading about astrology, you know, trusting my intuition, which I talk a lot about in Dream Girl. I mean, we could get into it. That I thought, okay, how does this unpack, and how does this unfold, and how does this fit into the pieces of my life? And so when I came home, I got an email from Lilydale about an introduction to mediumship. And I thought, okay, well, let me just do it for fun. Let me just do it, you know, to see what's up and to see. I really, at this point, didn't even think I had any ability or gift or whatever you want to call it. I was like, let me do it for the bit. Let me like tell my book club that I'm going to sign up for this class. And so I signed up for the class, and oh, guys, this is when my life changes forever. Because I do the class, and not only am I reading people in the class and my teacher, and I'm getting things right, and I'm getting intuitive hits, and I'm visualizing who they're talking about before they tell us anything about them. And I'm able to see in my mind's eye all of these evidence pieces and details. And I'm thinking, oh my fucking God, do I have this ability? Am I a medium? And it really like took my brain and shook it around the globe. I love that imagery of like a snow globe just getting all shook up. And I'm going, what is happening now? So long story long, I connect with the woman that ran the class, who has a really great energy. And I ask her to be my mentor. And over the next 3 months, she teaches me about how to connect and how to stay focused and how to get clear and how to do more powerful readings. And, you know, like this month, we're going into some more psychic stuff. And, you know, through that, I'm meeting other people who are mediums, and I'm meeting other folks in the spiritual community who consider themselves to be witches. And I am connecting with a gal who I've known for almost a decade, who's an energy healer. And we're having these conversations that I feel like I've been waiting to have. And I mean, I feel like I wrote in my journal this morning, actually, I said, I feel like Dorothy on this great big journey to Oz. And I do. I feel like I'm on a real interesting experimental path. And I've done my first in-person reading with my neighbor, who asked me if I could do it for her. And I've had this shamanic journey with my great-grandfather who needed help elevating to another layer and to get closer to his wife who's passed. I've seen, you know, a father and an unborn baby reconnected. I mean, the things I am seeing and feeling are absolutely awe-inspiring and absolutely bananas. And I understand that this is kind of a mental leap for us, right? To get out of our heads and to get into like the woo-woo of what else might be happening around us while we're sitting in a room. And I know that that can also scare people. I've talked at length with my mentor about how, you know, some people drink away this gift. Some people get so overwhelmed by the signs and the energy that they push it away. And this is definitely, I think, something everybody can tap into But I definitely think it's something that you have to decide you want to be open to receiving. And I'm reminded again of the light and stepping into it and what that means. And I'm feeling like a hit of, let me just read from my journal here for you. Buckle up here. Okay. It says, I'm ready mentally to start making moves to come out of the broom closet. I feel joy and mystery, power and peace. I feel magic and humility and awe. I want to continue on this journey, and not anonymously, as me, Erin Bagwell, the Buffalo medium, a developing intuitive medium, witch, and tarot card reader who is sharing what I'm learning about living from the dead. The blade is lifted, and I'm ready to set myself free. I will find the courage to embody what is growing in my heart. Ooh, so that's where I am. I'm going to record this. I'm going to let this simmer like a great Chardonnay, but Chardonnays don't simmer. A great soup. What's something springy that simmers? A great seed. We're going to simmer this like a new zinnia seed in the soil. And whenever the time is right, I shall be releasing this, and I shall be letting my voice be known. And if you're listening to this, if you made it to the end, I just want to say thank you for allowing me the space to connect and to commune. And I think that art is not powerful unless it is received by somebody. So I'm so happy that you're my somebody. And I'm sending you lots of love and peace and abundance and joy. This is Erin Bagwell, and I am the Buffalo Medium.